The long pathway. Here's the short version. Married close to 9 years. One daughter age 7 and one stepson age 13, from her first marriage. 3 weeks ago, gave me the whole not love you speech. Told me she's never been attracted to me. Over the last 3 weeks has completely detached herself from me and started going out to bars with her male boss from work, around the same age as us, who just found out that his wife has been cheating on him for 6 months. Staying out very late after work, not coming home to help me with the kids, etc. I tried to ask if she would go to counseling with me, but she refused. I started digging and found the emotional affair. Called it out. Then yesterday she tells me that she's in love with the guy and slept with him on Saturday. We had already decided to try to work together on the divorce settlement to try to make it as clean as possible. She signed on Saturday and I paid the attorney to get the ball rolling today. I keep the house and daughter because I have a stable job and good income. That I'm the one stuck on the emotional roller coaster. I feel hurt, betrayed, angry, all the normal stuff. Rinse and repeat several times throughout the day. She gets to move right on along with this new guy. I want revenge on this guy so damn badly. I know, he's not the homewrecker, my wife is, but I need to vent this to start getting over it. Okay, if that was the short version, you guys are in for it with the long version. Some history. I have been married before as well, right out of high school. Young love, all that, but I was raised to respect marriage and really thought I had found my soulmate. She used me to get out of her parents' house. We had one son together, and not long after he was born, she left me for another loser. One day when my son was 15 months old, they were moving some furniture from where she was staying to move into the new guy's house. They were not watching my son and he was accidentally X'd by a truck. She married this trash and is still with him today, 12 years later, don't know how, why. So, my first wife cheated on me and I still think of him as the guy who took everything, literally, away from me. Fast forward to now. She says that she married me for the wrong reasons. I was so good to her young son, her parents loved me, and never had the guts to say anything because I provided for them so well and was such a loving husband and father. Says she needs to figure out who she is and take care of herself for a while to prove that she can, but yet wants to be roommates with this after she gets her stuff out of this house. She has always been rather, not sure of the word here, wishy-washy. 1 month she wants to try this line of work, the next she doesn't. Has an eating disorder. I tried to help her through all of that, even after she lost her parents. Long story. They were actually her biological grandparents who adopted her when her bio mother abandoned her, but she tells me she has not been consistently happy for several years. Counselors and meds don't seem to help, because she drinks too much. I thought we still had an above-average relationship, but I know part of this divorce is on me. I did not keep myself in shape at all times and went back and forth with weight. The funny thing is I started getting back on the health wagon about 5 weeks ago, so she can't use the "you're only doing that because I said it" was overbit. Lost 18 pounds in the last 3 weeks, probably 20 more to go. Anyway, the D is rolling as of today. It is uncontested since she knows she messed up, and I'm glad to be getting my daughter to keep her in a stable home. I feel so bad for the kids since my daughter absolutely adores her brother, but since he is old enough to choose, he will probably go to live with his dad, who has always fulfilled his visitation, and he and I actually get along fairly well. But here I am, until the kids finish the school year, feeling like a single dad already. With both kids and after-school activities, and her either working evening, weekend hours, she's been in a catering job since January, or going out with the I am running myself ragged. But I am a responsible person and will make sure their needs are taken care of. All I can see is that she's already moved on and is planning a life with this guy. I swear if she would just be single for a while and then find someone else, it wouldn't be this hard. Anyone but him, right? Why does it always have to be him? I'm sitting here on the emotional roller coaster, taking care of kids while she's out living it up. Same feelings as last time, that this is the guy who stole everything from me. Once again, I know she is more of the homewrecker, but I'm so angry right now it hurts. Then comes the sadness, the regret, all of the usual stuff. The emotional roller coaster. Oh, and one more question. She told me last night that the told his wife about his feelings toward my STBX, and that his cheating told him that she might want to try to reconcile. This scared my STBX and sent her into a crying fit, and I said to her, "Welcome to my world." Anyway, I'm not sure if his wife knows that he cheated with my wife. My divorce is already rolling, but should I make sure his knows that they slept together? Does this buy me anything, or am I just being petty? According to her, in her guilt or whatever, she has felt like this for a long time and has already gone through these feelings over the last few years. For me it's hard though. Yes, my D is moving forward and I've been absolutely crapped on here, but I can't just turn off a switch for the woman I've loved for the last decade. I sincerely wish I could. I don't want her back since she betrayed me, but I still can't just flip a switch and move on like it feels like she's doing. I can't see myself dating for a while. Just going to focus on my daughter and see what's next. About telling the other woman. Done. She was somewhat surprised, said that her hubby was always honest with everything with her. Right, but all in all was not that upset sounding. Maybe she knows that because she had already screwed up that it was too late for that to mean anything. Now the question is, do I talk with my wife about exposing the affair? She doesn't really have much family, so I was only able to expose to A, the owner of the catering company, who I'm not sure he'll do anything. B, the OM's wife. C, wife's much older sister who lives hundreds of miles away. We actually had a pretty good conversation, and apparently my W had been lying to her about any affair going on. I'm not sure if she'll call my W to talk about that or not. They're not really that close, but she did pray for me over the phone, which was nice. She was absolutely pissed. Still doesn't see this as an affair. She had already moved on, and since telling me it was over, thought that it was okay to jump right into another relationship. She was absolutely livid when I told her that I had exposed the affair to her family. Like I said, she doesn't have that much family. I'm honestly terrified that she's going to start breaking my things when she's packing. I did the whole expose thing as a last-ditch effort to stop the affair, not get on her bad side and make this even harder. God, this hurts. I did not apologize, but I just don't want her impulsiveness to cause her to do stupid things and get revenge on me. Anything I can say to calm her down for the next couple of days while she's packing her stuff. I am hoping her sister calls her and at least calms her down before she gets home. I will stay quiet. Just talked with another sister of hers. Really made me see that she was going to have to fall hard on this and learn a lesson. I doubt I'll be willing to R once she finds rock bottom, since I'm trying to move on, but that's positive. Today seemed like another step forward for me, as hard as it was it's ending positively. She calmed down finally and looked at it from my point of view. I have already started improving myself. As I said in my huge rambling post, I started a regimen a couple of weeks before this all started. Today I am down 19 pounds. Also, bi-weekly counseling already on the calendar starting next Thursday. At why I exposed the affair. What she does not consider an affair. It doesn't matter though, this is definitely a done deal if I had any doubt before. I was trying not to completely shock my 7-year-old daughter into oblivion. She's 90% packed though. Truck should come early next week. I'm not helping. Today I had a pretty good day. Whether it was just my mind playing tricks on me, survival tactic, or if I actually stopped caring, I'm not sure. But I will take it all the same. Going to lunch with a longtime buddy of mine from work was nice too. I was in his wedding and he has been there for me through both of my divorces, as it were. I thought it might be some coping mechanism in my brain as well. Whatever it was, I am grateful for today. Is it weird that I cannot wait for her to actually move out so that I can clean my house? Bad morning today. Just going to vent. Down 21 pounds today. Really starting to see some good improvements in myself. She had the gall this morning to say, "I wish you had tried this hard before." What the hell? I started this self-improvement before she decided it was time to leave and go screw some other guy. Sure, I wish I had really gotten the message earlier in my marriage so that I could fix it sooner, but now she is going to throw that in my face. Sorry. Really angry this morning after the good day I had yesterday. And no, I'm not the type of guy who will go out and do anything stupid, reckless, hurtful out of anger. I'm just sitting in my office at work with the door closed, calming myself down. An update, up and down day today. Hard to focus on work. Last Sunday I made a really boneheaded decision to go out and have dinner, drinks with her as friends. Of course, it was a terrible idea. She proceeded to get rip-roaring drunk and throughout the course of the night made passes at other men in front of me. I decided it was time, too late, to go back home. I stayed level-headed and sober and have the kids dropped off from my sister's house. She blew up and decided to walk across the street to a hotel and not come home. That right there ripped the wound right open again. On Monday she apologized profusely, said that we should not have gone out and that she saw that she was sending me the wrong signals, and, in her state, decided to do something mean to snap me out of it. Wow, so it was back to square one for me. Anyway, she's not been scheduled to work all week until Thursday, so she's been at the house, helping to pick up kids, take them places, cooking them, and me, dinner, generally being nice to me. I have been calm, cool, and distant. She moves out on Monday. I caught enough hand comment from her last night about this sucks. Probably going to all blow up in my face, but I have to learn how to do stuff on my own. About the fitness tests that men get when women are needing the manly man to be there. It was good stuff until I realized how many times in the past I got served those tests and failed miserably. I'm still taking care of myself and trying to regain my confidence, but I'm now in tears again thinking that I failed so many times. No, I can't blame myself for her affair, but some part of me does. I can't help it. Trying to calm myself down and pull myself back up out of the pit, but natural emotions are still kicking in. I can look back now and see so many times when I tried to be perfect, tried not to say the wrong thing, walked on eggshells instead of showing her the confident manly side. Man, this is so much to take in. Where is the balance? Is there one? Why do I feel so bad about all this when she was the one who cheated? Need some good lumber to the head here, please. I really feel like we should not have even tried that in the first place. Was that the real test I failed on Sunday? To stand up and say no, I don't think that'd be right now. Or was her wanting to go out a test for me of let's see if I really want to R with him or not? So, breaking news. I just got this text from STBX. So, apparently the people didn't turn in their keys to the apartment yesterday. So now it might be later than next week regarding her moving out. Sigh. These last couple of days have been tolerable and she'd been quite awesome by helping me with our kids. But I don't know what an extra week on top of this one will do to me or my recovery. Never mind. Monday move is back on. They returned the key. Sunday was way too soon, and the way she is acting now, there is nothing left to go after. Yes, she has been absolutely cool about being at home, being available to the kids after school so that they don't have to do after school care. B&G Club is an absolutely fantastic organization, by the way. But tonight, she figured, in her mind, that she had done enough to warrant another date with the OM. I'm so sick of this disrespect. Like I said, if I didn't have my D7 on my shoulder every night asking where mommy was, I would have kicked her ass to the curb long ago. 4 more days to go before she moves. STBXW is psycho. Goes back and forth between I'm just looking to be a parent with you and it's time for me to go out with OM, but not in those exact words. This, and she moves about 25 miles away on Monday. We also have a S13, or should I say my stepson 13, to look after. Baseball most evenings, practice or games, that I do not want to have him switch school districts 1 month before school is over. So, I have, stupidly, or honorably, offered to keep him here with me until he finishes school so that he can make his choice about whether or not to move with her or his dad, who actually does pay child support, honors visitation and lives in the same town STBXW is moving. Even though I've raised this young man since he was 3-year-old, I still would like him to be in my life, and his dad agrees. I've never been friends with him, but it seems like we're both now in the ex-husband's club together. As much as I'm grateful to her for playing the part and caring for kids during the day while I'm at work, I actually cannot wait until she moves out so that I can figure out my routine for the next month with both kids and start to move on. This playing housekeeper while keeping her commitment to the OM is so damn disrespectful. I cannot stand it. I honestly think she might be bipolar and needs some help. She's so all over the place, I'm really not sure what her reaction will be. If I change the locks and set her stuff on the curb, in retaliation she would pick up my daughter from school and run off. Destroy the house. I'm sorry, Warlock, I'm just so confused right now. I'm just trying to let this be calm for 4 more days and then she can go do what she wants. If she could move into that apartment earlier, I would have made that happen. All I'm thinking of right now is my daughter who cries for mom when she's not there. Just 4 more days, then we can move on. I've been preparing her for it. She knows the date STBX is moving out and is very sad about it. I plan on asking my IC today if I should get her own counseling sessions or if they should be together with me. I'm really looking forward to the visit with the IC today so that I can get this load off my chest and then start working towards my objective of taking care of myself and D7. What to say, if anything, to OM? I want so bad to be the man and say something to him, even if it's take care of my wife or screw you. I feel like if I don't say anything, I'm laying down and getting walked on, not sticking up for what I believe in. On the other hand, I'm trying to do the 180, but the thoughts that go through my head day in and day out are unreal. I have a really good job and I'm trying to not let this mess affect my future, trying really hard to let go. After all, she put me through this mess, right? God, please make this go away. I'm ready to move on. I believe his W cheating on him and my wife thinking she was unhappy is what led to the E, and then P. I believe both of them are in the fog and are justifying all of this. They work together, he's her boss at work, although they do almost the same job. I have contacted his wife a couple of weeks ago to expose the affair. She was not surprised, as she freely admitted that she had screwed up her marriage to the point of no return. She said to me, if you ever need to talk, call me and keep in touch. It sounded really weird, like she was into me, although I've only met her once. I have no interest in this cheating woman. Are there any women with integrity left in the world? I need to find one. I emailed the owners. I have actually worked with this company for a non-profit benefit event last fall and got to know one of the owners. He, the co-owner, is the reason she got the job in the first place because we had used them for our event. But this is a very small company, maybe 12 employees. The owners are a gay couple. STBXW even changed her FB profile pic to that red logo thing that represents support for the gay community, or something. Don't want to get into that debate right now, anyway apparently. He talked with them about the relationship and told them it's fine as long as they can stay professional while at work. Needless to say, but the non-profit I'm involved with will not be using their services again. Well, she moved out today. Went home for lunch and it was surreal. I just sat there on my couch and watched TV by myself. Didn't get sad, nor angry, just numb. In my first marriage, divorce, I lost my son, see opening post, so there were no kids involved. This time is different. She's out having a great time being free while I am doing my normal responsible thing and looking after our children. Not that I'm jealous of that, but dang, I really do not know this person she's become. Had a pretty good afternoon and a good day today so far. Still confused by her actions. Emotions Sunday night though. Very emotional. Crying that she wouldn't be seeing her kids every night, every morning. Isn't this freedom precisely what she wanted? Oh wait, no, she wanted time to figure things out and live on her own. Figure out how to pay her own bills, have some responsibility. Oh wait, she still doesn't have to have much responsibility, at least not with the kids. And now her full-time babysitter so that she has all the freedom in the world to go out to dinner, concerts. With the OM, don't get me wrong, I love spending time with my kids and realize someone has to be the responsible one. But why cry so much about your decisions? I honestly think the fact that she's out of the house will help me do that. I'm down 25 pounds so far with another 15 to 20 to go. Yes, I was about 40 to 45 pounds overweight. Feeling great, enjoyed working out tonight on the elliptical machine. Between sports and things, I'm focusing on cleaning up the remainder of one room each night. Going to have to buy a few new things, but it shouldn't be too bad. Everything is still raw right now, but I have always been and will continue to be their rock, no matter what. Looking forward to that part of it actually. Just have to get her out of my head and not give a flying crap what she's up to. She abandoned her own children, not me. Thanks again for the encouragement. She's moved out to a different town, divorce papers are in the works, I have primary custody. What I need to stop allowing is myself thinking about her at all. Child support will definitely be in the settlement. Thing is all supposed to be wrapped up by the end of the month. Tonight, was watching Survivor. Don't make fun of me, this is the only reality show that I can stomach and I do actually enjoy it. And they brought out family members to meet the last few people on the island. It's a brutal show sometimes, emotionally for the cast members. Anyway, a couple of the people had spouses that they had been married to for 20 plus years, and it got me thinking. I've always been one that romanticizes marriage. Even in my first marriage at a young age, I was going to be the one that proved that a lifelong marriage could be done. My grandparents were married 61 years before my grandpa passed away. Then a couple of years later my grandma passed. It felt like she just could not go on without her loving husband around. Pretty emotional stuff. I have watched my dad and my older brother both go through divorce and wanted to be the one to make it work. So, the show tonight dredged up those feelings of why can't I pick the right woman. My first wife and I made it about 2 years. Obviously many people talk about you both were too young. My STBXW and I almost made it to a decade. I feel let down and my pride is bruised. What causes people to decide that the commitment they made is breakable? I believe there are causes that happen today where a marriage should be terminated, but I also believe it's too damn easy to get a divorce these days. I don't feel like our situation was unfixable. I know it's over and I'm moving on, but I'm jealous of those folks who stand by each other and make it work. Every marriage has its ups and downs. Some fall in love all over again and live happily ever after. Like I said, I've romanticized marriage. Last night I called STBX to let her say goodnight to the kids before they went to bed. Tonight, I wanted to see if their mom would call me or if the kids would ask to speak with her before they went to bed. I would never stop them from that, but whatever. Neither one happened. I tucked the kids in, they didn't ask about mom, and mom didn't call to talk to her kids. I think that pretty much says it all. I'll not be initiating those conversations again. I shouldn't worry, but I do. That when I'm ready to start dating, woman will look at me like Jesus. He couldn't keep 2 different marriages together. Why would I want to be with him? Etc. sucks because neither one has been my choice. Anyway, had a pretty good day today. Shopping with my D while stepson is at visitation with his dad. I'm 32. Feel like I'm 52 some days with what life has thrown at me. This will make me a better man in the long run and I'll come away happier and wiser for it. Just wish young kids didn't have to go through these tough times as well. But like I said, I went through it. My kids will be okay eventually too. After reading so many books, I feel like a huge idiot. I know at my core that I did not cause her to leave me for another, but I certainly did not help matters by being a doormat. God, I feel so stupid. I will keep reading, but I just had to put it down and cry for a while last night. Damn it, I thought I was on the mend. Rant over. I will use this situation and this book to make myself a better man, but I sorely wish I had invested in this type of book earlier. Ignorance was bliss, I guess. I just needed to feel sorry for myself for a while. Back on track now. The next woman for me will reap the benefits of this knowledge. What's funny is that I told my STBXW from the get-go that I was not good at playing the game and that if she wanted me to do something, just ask. I'm not a mind reader. Guess I'll have to figure out how to be just that in my next relationship. Update, I'm still on this ride that I hate. I know it just takes time, but Jesus, I'm ready to get off. Last week was a pretty good week overall. But then this weekend depression set on Friday and most of the day Saturday. Then Sunday came, I watched the Formula 1 race this morning, my favorite racing series, cleaned up the house and had a great day overall. The kids are with their mom for Mother's Day and I'm just sitting here alone watching a movie at home. Happy Mother's Day to all those moms out there. I just wanted to journal for a bit. I'm reading and have made it through the alpha versus beta types. I'm definitely a responsible beta type. As I said before, I obviously fed all of that up with my STBXW. Anyway, realizing I need to man up and take on some more alpha traits got me thinking. Aren't I letting myself be walked on by not going and kicking the crap out of the OM? If I just sit here, do the 180, and not respond to her, aren't I just rolling over and taking it? Yes, and yes, I realize I can't take care of my kids very well from jail, but geez, shouldn't I at least say something to him? Like screw you, thanks for taking her off my hands, or good luck to you buddy. Look what she did to me. It'll happen to you eventually. I don't know. I feel like a chump just sitting here and not taking my anger and aggression out on him. Like he's spending time with her and just laughing in my face. See, I told you he was a spineless chump and wouldn't do anything to stop us. GAH, this is frustrating. I did try to stop them by exposing the affair, but it didn't work obviously. Just don't want to feel like he won and I lost. Yeah, I'm competitive like that, so I know there's at least some alpha in me somewhere. He's my STBX boss where she works. Already exposed the weeks ago. It did no good, in this situation anyway. I'm sure it works for others. It's such a small company that everyone assumed it anyway. The company is owned by a gay couple and the rest of the employees are part-time cooks. I told the other man's wife as well, but she had already been cheating on him, so it didn't really do anything either. Not sure how to find out where the rest of his family is. I decided to do the write a letter but don't send it thing today. It did feel good to get all that off my chest in that way. I offered to send it to my IC if she wants to read it and see all of the different emotions flowing through my head. Saw a striking beauty at work today. No ring but wasn't wearing her badge, so I couldn't catch the name. Hoping next time I see her I can catch the name and say hi. That weird moment where you come to the realization that the woman you loved doesn't exist anymore. Let's hope it sticks this time. Some interesting news tonight. I'm not sure if this helps me or hurts me. I'm thinking it's helpful. At this moment it feels that way anyway. STBXW stopped by tonight to say hi to the kids and drop off a book for D7 and the keys to the house that she still had on her key ring. While here, she said she was looking for a different job close to the apartment she has and would likely be quitting the current job soon. Out of morbid curiosity, I asked why. She said that things were moving way too fast with the OM and it was freaking her out. Said that he joked around too much about everything and never showed emotions. While she is about as emotional as they come. Said they had an argument Monday night and walked out on her. She asked him why he was leaving her alone and then realized what she was saying. Being alone and having some space is exactly what she had intended by leaving me. Her words, mind you. I know that it was just her rationalizing leaving me for the right reasons, so she broke up with him tonight before she came to my house. There were no signs of R or false R at all. She even took the wedding dress that was still hanging in her closet and some of the bills that are still coming to this address. Then she tucked the kids in and left to drive 40 minutes to her apartment. So, while this is good news to me that they broke up, I'm confused and worried that this will set me back a step or three. I'm trying so hard not to allow any feelings of R enter my mind. I've been so angry over the disrespect she showed me by keeping things going with the OM. Her behavior has been outrageous. I'm glad for the feeling of relief I'm feeling right now if they truly stay broken up. She says she's lonely and hurt and crying a lot. I said welcome to my world. I have my every other week IC session tomorrow and plan on talking about this as well. I have been thinking tonight since she left that even if she hadn't gotten this job and met OM, this D was more than likely bound to happen eventually based on her other behaviors. Another man would have happened by to be the catalyst, or after another year of unhappiness it would have happened anyway. I do wish I could turn back the hands of time and not been so stunned, or at least been given the chance to do MC together, but she's already thrown all of that away. So, my question is, what pitfalls do I need to watch out for? I'm certainly not ready to take her back today, but what if she catches me in a weak moment and suddenly wants to fix things? Is this a fitness test? Do I call my attorney to slow things down? So, confused right now. Help me stay on the straight and narrow path. If she didn't respect me enough to keep from sleeping with another man while married, what is to be gained by earning her respect now? D7 went to sleep over 3 hours ago and just woke up wailing for her mama. I got her calmed down and she is back in bed. Do I tell the STBXW about this to make her feel the full brunt of what she is causing? Or say nothing and be all cool, calm, and dispassionate? Part of me wants my family unit back, but what she has put us through is truly horrifying. I just don't know at this point if she could fix her issues and not just revert right back to the way she was this past month. I'm fixing myself and learning a lot about fitness tests, alpha, beta traits, but I can't answer that question right now. Unfortunately, the D will be done in a couple of weeks and by then it may be too late. I never wanted to play this game. Sure, doesn't feel like I won, but I've never looked at it like that. No slowing down. After talking with the IC today, she opened my eyes to a few things. This thing is full speed ahead. I will not tolerate this disrespect any longer. So, this weekend was great. Dinner with D7 Friday night, then to my boss's house to celebrate his son's HS graduation. Lots of support for me over there. Been friends with my boss for more than 13 years. He's really done a lot for me. Then canoeing yesterday with other friends and my daughter. 12 miles is a long way. I was exhausted but happy. Spent the night over at that friend's house and enjoyed the fire in their fire pit. As for STBXW, I talked with her about the kids the day after she told me she broke up with OM. She was at work, laughing, and I got the feeling they probably patched things up, at least temporarily. Why do I even care? I talked with her about plans to go canoeing with D7 this weekend. Stepson 13 was with his dad, and she said, "Oh good, I plan on going camping next weekend." I wanted to ask with who so badly, but I held my tongue. Just moved on to other topics. Assuming she's going with OM, since I don't know who else she knows that would go with her. Again, why do I even care? Then the funniest crap this morning. We were discussing over the phone if she would be taking our daughter to dance tomorrow, and she sounded terrible. Said they had a big event last night. Remember, she works for a tiny catering company, for a local company executive, and said that the staff had been invited to stay and party after they were done serving. Apparently, she got drunk and got into a huge argument with somebody, OM? Who knows, and was asked to leave the party at 3 a.m. She couldn't drive, so just slept in her car and drove herself home this morning. This is one thing I will not miss about her. When she drinks like that, she gets to the point where she knows best for everyone and absolutely has to tell people about it. After I got off the phone with her, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. Does that mean? Got a haircut Wednesday from my longtime friend and stylist, the wife of the friend I went canoeing with. Let's call her T. They've been there for me through both of my failed marriages, and I thank God for having such good people in my life. Anyway, there was a new girl in the shop that day, and I thought they might have hired another stylist. Turns out it was just a friend of T's who is single, had come in to get her eyebrows done or something, and they got to talking about me. New girl decided to stick around for my appointment to have a look at me. My comment: the fact that you are thinking of other women is an indication that your world is no longer 100% dependent, as in codependent, on pleasing your wife and getting her approval. Part 2 ending coming soon. Let me get a quick nap, and I'll get that ending uploaded.